Hey guys, J-Base Phoenix here. We back. See the homie J is already in chat. What up, the homie J? Um, book plug, paperback, $20. Kindle Unlimited, free 99, minus 99. Kindle Digital, only $10. Make sure you give it a rating. Ratings, just star ratings out of 5. The ratings, high ratings, boost my rankings by thousands. You guys don't even know. And if you give it a rating and review, it can just be a sentence like these. I shout you out like these lovely people down here. If you want to read the first 5 chapters free, you can catch that on Scribble or Wattpad. Those 2 sites they are posted on. And if you don't want to subscribe on Twitch, I have a Patreon if you want to support your boy. If you like what I do, if you like the content I provide, you can support over here. You're not obligated to, of course. But the first patron gets a shout out at the end of every one of my streams and videos as my first patron. So thank you to so and so for being my first patron, and I continue to say that every time until they no longer wish to support, if they so choose. So yeah, it's a race to whoever wants to support there first. I'm looking into the emotes. My friend is supposed to be helping me with the bots on the channel. And figuring that out. I don't know what the bots can do just yet, but we're gonna see. All right. So I think that's it. So let's get back into. Oh shoot, I forgot. I was developing. I like the names for the patron tiers. Oh, that's just up. Thank you. Yeah, each name is a different tier of a being from the virtuous universe. So superhuman being any human that, obviously has supernatural abilities, whether that be through a serum or any other method. And then archangel, archdemon, god level patron is obviously above a superhuman in my universe. But then you have the cosmic council who watches over the god level and the archangels and archdemons, and arch reapers who are also stronger than archangels, archdemons, and gods. Brutally welcome back, my guy Maney. Brutally violent fight scene, I'm interested. That's good, because we're about to get into it. But if you guys are on my, I should just have this open when I stream. If you're on my Discord, here we go. I got the MeBot set up so it's not just posting wherever the last comment was and telling you your rank. It posts in the bot channel specifically, and the few other channels, the announcement ones mainly. Lets everybody in the Discord server know when I go live, so I'm not like tweeting about it or anything. So yeah, that's cool. We got that set up. Shout outs to the Mess Express, one of the mods on the Discord, actually, one of my good friends. So if you're on the Discord, you would know that I came up with the idea for a 14th series. I couldn't help myself. I could not help myself. So I'm going to give you... Actually, I don't think I wrote down the synopsis for it just yet. But it's... Okay, so it's supposed to, like... You know how mainly most of my content so far can be directed towards the male demographic or a male demographic. This series would follow, it would be from the point of view or perspective of a female. And she's discovering about an alien race. It's going to be on Earth, but I'm never going to, I don't even know if I should name the city. It might be interesting if I don't. never going to specify when in the descended timeline, not descended timeline, the whole virtuous timeline. I'm never going to specify when it takes place. It could be before the events of Descended, it could be during, it could be in a different city during the events of Descended Awakening or any of the Descended books, but I'm never going to specify. It's kind of like outside, but it's still within the Virtuous universe. Um, so I came up with this race called the Chroma that they have their own physiology, plasma generation, plasma manipulation, and then basically anything that makes them better than a human. I don't think I gave them flight. I think I'm debating on whether I want to give them flight or not. But each their name comes from chroma, color. I think color is chroma. And each of their names obviously are different colors. They're not spelled a different way. I'd rather just keep them spelled the same way as Earthlings spell colors. But all of these names you see here are possible names, probable names for the Chroma aliens. Some of them are actual real human names like Rose, Ruby, Scarlet, Iris, Jade, Jasmine, Amber. And yeah, their name, depending on the color, their name will come from the color of plasma that they're able to generate. And it's about the series is essentially about this woman from, like I said, it's from her point of view. It's like a romantic action series from her point of view, discovering about this race, and she's just discovering more about it. I don't think I have a whole lot on them just yet. But right now I really just have their physiology down and what they're about. I was gonna have like shade generals, like thing generals that each of them fight under, but with me going down the list of the colors that each of them might fall under, it became more and more like the Green Lantern Corps, and I don't want that. Not because I'm afraid of a lawsuit from DC, but I don't want that. So I'm probably gonna scrap the whole Shade Generals thing. They might just have more powerful generals, and they might not fall under a color thing. It might not be a whole crayon box type of thing. But all of these names you see here are actual colors, like Onyx, Umber, Volt. Volt is a color. I might not use that name because my brother has a character, I believe, that's under that name. I think he still uses them. It's either Volt or Bolt. He switched a lot. But I'm probably not going to use that one. But yeah, here's some facts about them before. I know you guys probably want to get into the. Well, that's kind of why I titled it. You guys probably want to get into the brutal fight scene. I just want to air this out. So their names are given based off the color of plasma they generate from birth. Their irises change to the color they were named after whenever activating the plasma abilities. So it's very difficult if you're trying to do a sneak attack in the dark and you're directly in front of somebody else. And you use your plasma, your eyes are gonna glow. So it's they'll kind of see it once you're fast enough, which they have super speed. So they have glowing tattoo insignias whenever they choose. When they come of age, that represent the Shade General they fight for. Like I said, I'm probably gonna scrap this Shade General idea, but I've always, more recently now, I've liked the idea of glowing tattoos for supernatural characters. So, yeah, I think that's all I have on it right now. Romantic series that takes place first person perspective of female main character. Yeah, I didn't finish writing out the synopsis. But that's that series. That's another series we're gonna get into at some point. So that's another thing added to the to-do list. I said Earthlings like you're not one. Oh my, are you an alien? I don't think I'm at liberty to say, maybe. Alright. So let's get back. I always, I kind of always do that though, even though I am one. I kind of like separate myself from humans for some reason. Not from like a sociopathic point of view, but just like I don't really like humans in general. I think I've given you guys this speech before. Humans are pretty terrible things. They're ruthless. They're physically they're very very weak as opposed to like anything in the animal kingdom. Like things in the animal kingdom essentially have superpowers because we can't do any of what they do. All we have is our brains, and that's how we're able to do all the things that we do. But like if you strip a guy naked and throw him in the Sahara Desert with a bunch of animals, like he's not going to be able to take down any animals like without the use of like a weapon or anything. Like physically, humans are really terrible. And that's why I don't like Batman. He's just a dude. Plus his superpower is kind of his money and white privilege. So yeah, I like Superman though. I really like Superman. He's one of my top 5 because he has all the superpowers. Humans be like, "Yo, Joe, long time no see, bro. What's up? Your species on empathy is limiting." I actually do remember this speech. Yeah. I'm not really fond of humans in general. Oh, I gotta read your thing, man. You have it open. You see here the Emily Madison versus SWAT. But yeah, well, I'll definitely read that later. I'm interested to see because we're writing our own brutally violent scene. You said this was violent, so I'm excited to read that. I was supposed to read it last night, but I ended up not. I got so lost in what I was doing. I'm not gonna go into detail. Let's play 2K, okay? I think I'm addicted, guys. I'm addicted to creating builds and trying out the different positions and God, the badges and the speed boosting and the tricks and the dunk packages and the park and multiplayer and all of it. I think I'm addicted. I don't know how. God. And I don't have anybody to play with. That's what sucks the most about it. Like, I don't have any friends or anybody that I know that plays 2K20. NBA 2K, the basketball game. We don't need this open color related words. I'm going to keep the Wikipedia open just in case I want to find more color names. This is where I got the names from. You can see Amaranth is here. That's for the Chroma alien race. So this is, what is this? Is this the actual? Okay, this is the actual thing. Let's get back to the beats, and we're gonna get into the fight scene. 20 minutes into the stream. Well, I started 10 minutes ago, but all right. Let me catch up here. Your species reliance on empathy is limiting. Yeah, I'm not too good with emotions either, unless it's like anger. Really good at that. Or fear. Those are the two I can most relate with, but everything else, like, I don't get it. What's this about stripping someone and putting them in the desert? Is that your latest novel idea? No. Though that would make a good reality TV series. I'm sure it has been done. We're both one of the only animals which are properly affected by nettles and also have skin which pulls stingers out of bees. What? Huh? You were like the kid who had 2 Yu-Gi-Oh decks and you dueled yourself. Oh my god, wait, now that you mention it, I think I have done that. Oh, shoot. I know I've dueled my brother a lot. He must have not had fun, because we didn't follow the rules, because we didn't know the rules, but we each had our own decks. And I would, like, summon my Egyptian god cards without doing anything to get them out. Like, I had Raw, and he had, like, infinite whatever. And, like, when I got him out, it was pretty much game over until my brother got Copycat. And he just copied my Raw, infinite attack and defense, and then they just cancel each other out. Or he found a way to kill Raw one time, I think, and I think he beat me that time. Found a way to kill Raw without getting rid of his Copycat. Yeah. They banned Yu-Gi-Oh! In my elementary school. And we used to play it like we were gambling. Even though we were just playing with cards. I'm not gonna speak badly about that chapter, but I've got quite a bit of feedback about it that I agree with. What chapter? Manny, what are you referring to? My one. Oh, your Emily draft. Okay. Y'all be cheating. No. You can't just summon god cards like that. Who are you, Seto Kaiba? Screw the rules. I have money. Yeah. That's who I am. I don't think he's good with emotions either. Alright, so where are we? I think we're on beat 8. Anti tells Rue why he's here. I'm gonna scroll up so you guys see this. Beat 8 here. Tells Rue why he's here, and Haru exchanges looks with Ken Khalid when Anti tells him that slain Apotheal. Oh, we didn't actually do that. We didn't need to, though. Alright, no, we're on beat 9. Anti opens Diaz' cell and tries to convince Diaz that Apotheal is dead. The only way Diaz will accept that Apotheal is Anti fights him to see how strong Anti is. Add a joke that Diaz would have listened if Anti not. Come to a draw, both leave the cell, thank the Egyptian gods, and return to Heaven Dimension. Alright, so this fight scene is pretty much the last important scene of this very short story. How many pages we got? 8. And I can't imagine this fight scene going over like half a page. Over a page. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's get comfy. Oh, I have water in case you guys want to use the hydrate button today. The hydrate channel point redeeming thing. Unless you want to save it for me to do push-ups. I know Manny has enough. I'm nervous for the day he finally uses those. Alright. Joe just used it. This sip is for Joe. Hydrate. Stay hydrated. Hydro homies. What if I told you that wasn't water? I'm kidding, it's water. Alright. So, you could try knocking, Khalid suggests, and like I said, I'll make a joke about that later after the fight. Tai frowns at the demigod and turns back to the structure, igniting his hand with plasmic holy fire. I always forget which color I make that. I don't think it's violet anymore. I think it's whitish gold. Places his palm on a section of the structure and causes a hole to melt. Causes a hole to melt it. What? Oh God! Oh, I'm glad I'm reading this back. Causes a hole to melt in it, allowing him to step inside. Okay. Oh, right. I was supposed to freaking describe Diaz. What he looks... Oh, God. I never described Diaz. I just keep picturing Akuma, bro. I need to get him out of my head. Alright. So we're just going to do the bracket thing where we describe Diaz later. We know his abilities, and that's the most important part. That's the most important part. Why do my eyes hurt? I woke up at 1:30 today. God. center of the structure sits with his legs crossed, meditating. Let's be mysterious. He, then description. It's probably vinegar. That would be gross. The smell of vinegar alone is very gross. Even like especially apple cider vinegar. Haha. Wow, you drink the vodka so casually. Oh, it's not vodka, Joe. It's water. See? Water. I would never drink on stream. I don't think I would. I don't know. He and then description of Diaz. Anti-stands. Still ready to fight at a moment's notice, but not in a fighting stance. Pathiel has been slain. I am here to release you from your prison. Anti-says. Let's say anti-tells the heaven-born being similar to him. Diaz slowly creaks open his eyes. By whom? By my hand. Diaz closes his eyes again and stands. Hang on. It's not vodka, Joe, it's detergent. Oh. Is detergent that? Detergent's not that liquidy. Detergent has more viscosity than that. This should be the 10,000 redemption we were talking about the other day. Drinking on stream? No. No. Not yet, at least. Not gonna completely rule it out, but for right now, let's steer clear of that. You're probably joking, but stop drinking dangerous chemicals, Jay. It's bad for your health. Well, if they're dangerous chemicals, Joe, I thought they would help my soul. All right, they might not help my body, but they help the soul, bro. Don't take that out of context. Somebody clipped something yesterday. I think I saw something in an email about a clip in my summary email about a clip or something. Top clip out of context thick. Snapchat. Then before that was I'm sleepy because I tried to fix my schedule. Writing a short story. That was just the title of it. The title of the... I don't know. I'll have to look back at my channel. Yeah, they help your soul transcend to heaven. Yeah, well, there you go. You got it. Diaz, you guys can hear me, right? I keep like I'm trying to keep my microphone not too close to my keyboard so I can type freely, because I got the pop filter on it and that's got like a coil. I'm also trying to talk naturally. Diaz closes his eyes again and stands. Should probably. I have my Beats headphones. I wouldn't wear those for an hour up here though. Plus, I feel like that looks pretentious. Maybe I'll bring my earbuds up here next time, because I don't think when I plug my microphone in, I don't think I can hear any sort of thing from the computer. Like, I don't hear the notifications anymore, the notification sounds. I don't even know if the redeem highlight buttons make a sound. It's so sad. It's so sad. Alright, Diaz closes his eyes again and stands. He crosses. Oh, I kept hitting shifts. I didn't realize that. His arms. And opens his eyes. Once more. Glaring at Anti. Prove it. There's probably a way to avoid conflict here. Colored chimes. Drew holds a hand up at his son and shakes his head. I was gonna have him say something. I don't want him to say anything. He doesn't have to say anything here. Hang on, let me catch up. Manny, it's a mad day after another mad day in the Manny household. Some drunk girl just wandered into my house, whilst a few of my family members were sitting and chatting on the front garden. Was the door not locked? That happened to me in college one time. Like, I roomed with 4 other guys. I chose to. Okay, so here was the situation. I gotta get to the fight scene. I roomed with 4 other guys. I'm the only one downstairs. There were 2 floors to our room. Not as big as you think. It was like a small room with a spiral staircase. Not a good spiral staircase. You could easily break your shins on it. We had our desk upstairs, beds down on the 2nd floor. It was like the study, but it was converted into a room. And like 4 drunk girls wandered into our room. Don't know why the bottom door entrance was open for us to our room, but they wandered in and they were laughing, and one of them just walked to my dresser and then walked back to her group of friends out, and they were laughing the entire time, and I was like, what the hell was that? And I was the only one that saw it. My roommate said they heard something, but I was the only one that saw it. I was like, well, why? What were y'all doing that was so important that they just caused a breaking and entering? They just breaking and entered. DJ Khaled. Oh, DJ. Oh, because of his. Yeah. Man, you live in the ghetto, Manny. The door was open because they were outside. It was an average little town. Live at the end of a long, wiggly road. Wiggly roads are safe. It's like 2 a.m. over there. Apparently, it's one of my cousin's friend, but because of the lighting, they thought it was one of my neighbors walking inside to go to our toilet. If it's your neighbor, couldn't they just go next door to their own bathroom? Alright, let's get to this fight. We only got 20 minutes. We wasted enough time. Wait, why is this open? My PlayStation emulator. PlayStation 2. What was the hand? Shakes his head. Attack, draws his new hallowed hooks and attaches and wraps the chains. Sacrifice around them. He found it easier. So he finds it easier to use the chains to manipulate them rather than need to call them back every time they're thrown out of the opponent. For anti-even moves, though. Feels pain in his chest as Diaz has just protruded a crystal spike from the ground, angled so it went through Antai's chest. Anti-gas for air as Diaz calmly walks over. True, I hate when people are given the right to use a bathroom. They live on our street, but my mom invites them in to use our bathroom. Oh, that's... what? That's... Mm-mm. And they're drunk, so they might leave your bathroom messy. Man, there are people sober that leave bathroom messy. I think I remember telling you about to get a PS2 game called God Hand, but it didn't work. Oh yeah, God Hand. I saw Dashi play that. It looks kind of interesting, but I'm not sure it'd be like a game for me. I also haven't played my PS2 emulator in a minute. I've been kind of itching to play Mortal Kombat Deception on it again. Just play chess combat. Because I like using subs. Sub-Zero in that game is pretty darn OP. Because he has the freeze ball, the slide, which is a mid that pretty much hits anybody from anywhere on the map. Or it gets you closer if you're not close enough to the opponent. He has a freeze ball, the clone. I don't really use the clone, but he has the one string. Once you successfully land an ice ball, he has a combo string that goes from his I think it's Shotokan stance, the one where he has his arm out, forearm out, It goes from the Shotokan stance, switches to the dragon, does like 2 or 3 hits in that stance, and then switches to the sword, and it ends in the sword. And that does like 67% damage. It's ridiculous. I used to main Kang in it, and I didn't really like Scorpion in this game, even though he's actually pretty similar to Sub-Zero. Because he has the spear, and then he has the spear, and then once you bring them closer, he can do his, he has the 3 stance combo as well, like Sub-Zero, but I find Sub-Zero's easier to pull off, for some reason. Yeah, that game wacky. If they're all laddered, besides from me, my bro, and my dad, so none of them are thinking straight. Oh, they're all drunk. I love that game. It's actually fun. Imagine people not killing it because it can be very frustrating if you don't know how to play it. Yeah, I just saw him do that combo over and over again with the hot hand. Like he was shaking it off, trying to dry it off from all the blood on his fist. Anti-gas for air as Diaz calmly walks over and chops the back of the spike off from behind Anti. He then coldly pulls Anti off the broken crystalline spike. So he pulls him off. Maybe you should kick him. Kick him away. I was gonna have him lay him down and then get ready to execute him. Maybe you just kick him. Anti into a crystal wall he raises behind the specter. Anti's back slams against the wall, and he tries to refocus on Diaz, wondering why he's feeling pain the way he does currently. Then he remembers that Diaz is like him, so there is likely something different about the makeup of the crystals. Crabs. They are holy. Yeah, okay. Anti pulls the crystal chunk from his chest and sets it ablaze as his chest heals. Chucks the crystal chunk at Diaz while continuing to sprint at the mirroring Heavenborn. But all Diaz does in defense is raise a crystal raise several, let's say several crystal spikes before himself, so Anti runs into them. However, Anti uses his hidden technique, disappears before Diaz's eyes, and reappears above him. Hallowed hooks drawn. Diaz doesn't even look up as he sidesteps Anti's aerial assault and steps onto the back of the Heavenborn's head, crushing his face into the ground of the crystal structure. Need to cut my nails. Okay. So it teleports again. This time behind Diaz. But fakes the teleport as he teleports once more in front of Diaz. All Diaz does is straight kick the Heavenborn into the back of the crystal spike wall. As Diaz did not fall for the faint teleport attack from behind. I don't think that's the right feint. It's feint like fake, feigned. Anti stands and drops his halide hooks to the crystalline ground, letting the chains loose. Winds up and swings both hooks from opposite sides at Diaz. Diaz does what Anti is hoping. I say was hoping. And catches the chain, the hooks instead of dodging. Anti, in turn, tries 2 attacks. First, he ignites the chains of sacrifice to try and burn Diaz. But before Diaz can even react to that, to this, Ty teleports behind Diaz and attempts to sweet kick him. Oh, posture check. You got it, Manny. And hydrate. The sips. This is big sips for Manny. I don't know if other streamers shout out the name of the person that tells them to do whatever, but I do it. Yeah, you're right. I should have corrected my posture. I was gonna try and make an excuse out of it, but I don't know why I did that. Good use of your channel points. I need a high goal that people need to strive for. Not the drinking one. Something else. Oh no. Anti-teleports, I gotta take good care of people, I do. Anti-teleports behind these and attempts to sweep kick. Diaz. Stops Anti's sweep kick with his own foot. And raises a spike through Anti's shin while letting go of the hooks. Before they can reach his hand. What else can Anti do? He can't just teleport and throw his freaking chains around. I know that. Superpowers. Does he just have physical prowess other than that, I think? And he also has Dimension Splitter as sword, but... Fire. Yeah, the rest is pretty much just physical stuff. Anti-shoots. Fire blast. At Dias. But Dias raises a crystal wall between them to block the attack. As soon as the wall reaches its peak, Anti shatters it. Here's when he starts to come back. He was losing the fight the entire time, I just realized. Shatters it with his fists. Causing Diaz to flinch. At the crystal shards coming at his eyes. He freezes the crystal shards in place using his crystal manipulation, and goes to send them back at Anti, but Anti has disappeared. Diaz feels his feet heat up, and he leaps from the spot he's standing on. While in the air, Ty uses this window of opportunity to send a hallowed hook into Diaz's rib. Let's say he was already heating it. So a heated hallowed hook for Diaz's rib. Diaz can react and snatch the hook out. Of his own body himself. Anti tugs and snatches a chunk of Diaz's body from him. Causing guts and blood to spill onto the crystal and brown, staining it. Diaz holds the hole with his left hand and glares at Anti, who has called the hooks back to him. I didn't say this was, I said this wouldn't go on for more than a page, but it's a pretty interesting fight, if I do say so myself. I hope you guys are keeping track of it. Or not keeping track of it, but can keep. Oh God, it's a 9. Jesus. Or can keep track of it. So they're at a standstill right now, so I think this is a good time to stop. We're gonna end the stream. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you want to become a patron, the first patron, and support your boy, we have a Patreon. Whoever subscribes at whatever tier first gets a shout out at the end of every stream. As my first patron, first 5 chapters of Sin and Awakening are free to read on Wattpad and Scribble Hub. I don't know if you need an account to read them just yet, but it's there. I'm not keeping track of, been writing, lost in thoughts. Oh, keeping track of the fight. I hope you're able to like visualize what's happening without any trouble. But we have Sin and Awakening available to buy paperback right here. The Stick Boy only $20. Kindle Unlimited $3.99 minus $99. Kindle $10. Ratings help out more than you think. They bump us up thousands of rankings, especially the 5-star ones. If you give it a rating and review, I shout you out like these lovely people that have already given it a rating and review down here. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm looking into getting bots for this stream, make the stream a little more official. I'm sure we will. Okay. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna post it. Probably Scribble and Wattpad, but yeah, that's gonna be it from your. I don't think we're gonna rate anybody tonight. Let's see. No, we're not gonna rate anybody. All right. We're also at 700 views overall, so that's awesome. Oh, what up, Rock? We're ending the stream now, but glad you could stop by. It was a good chill stream. Pleasure as always, lads. Yep. Long time no chat indeed. Joe was here today as well. Long time no see from him as well. But we're getting the stream. Shouts out to the homie J, Manny, Joe, C4 or Cable, if that is your real name, and Rock in the chat. We're gonna peace out. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night from 8 to 9 p.m. And I think that's it. We're gonna continue this story. This is once we get to the end of this fight scene. That's like gonna be the third to last scene, because they have to have a conversation after the fight with the Egyptian gods and Deus and Anti, and then they go back to the heaven dimension where Anti talks to Grimm and he gets his new weapon. He's gonna get a Reaper's Scythe to add to his arsenal. So yeah, we will definitely get to the end of this short story by the end of the week. We got a full page of action done. I'm pretty proud of that. Page and a half. No, 2 pages. We did 2 pages today. Oh, shoot. Because we started up here. So we got through 9 and 10. Nice. But most of the action, I will probably read it back to you guys when I think we'll finish it tomorrow. I'll probably read it back to you guys tomorrow. See if you can follow along. See if you can envision it while I'm reading it. But yeah. Though the viewers in the last few minutes, I know, Manny, it's the weirdest thing. I'm not gonna say it's annoying. It's just really inconvenient because 9 is when I always end the stream, but then like the whole world, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but the whole world wants to join the stream as soon as I'm leaving, and it's like, bro, I was here a whole hour before you guys got here. Do you ever write short film scripts? I don't, even though I went to school for it. I just prefer writing in this format. Like, there's no limitations in this format. In script, you have to be... What in the hell was that? You have to be present tense. and like you can't get into the characters' minds and all that stuff. So the whole world in minutes. Yeah. All right, but thank you guys so much for stopping by. Make sure you join the Discord. You want to keep up with me when I'm not streaming. I told everybody last night that I came up with a 14th series to start working on as well. So I think most of you guys are on here. If you're not, what do you do? The Discord link is in the panels. Script, you have to obey the laws of physics. Ew. Love screenplays. Oh, I'm learning it right now. I'm trying to write a short film script soon. Trying to be an actor, so that's what's up. Tell me about it more next time, though, guys. I gotta go. I'm kind of tired, and I'm probably gonna play some games or something. Maybe go to bed. I doubt I'm going to bed right now. But I'm gonna develop the In the Wind series a little more. The characters I've been envisioning. He's not even the main character, but I've been envisioning one of the main 4 cast of characters. The Theo guy, the guy that uses fire and ice. I have to change his name. And what he can do, what he looks like, and all that stuff. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah. We're gonna peace out, guys. Rock is the one that requested the Discord C4, so yeah, they're there. Alright. Good night, guys. J-Base Phoenix. I gotta get the damn YouTube up to date with the videos. I don't know why. It'll just keep piling up if I don't. Alright, J-Base Phoenix once again. Signing off.